Thank you for letting me tune in. Thank you for letting me tune in. This Coronado Order Play Harris on the little Mark George State Code about 10 year, 15 year, 30-year corporate pride and public. And I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I know there's a lot of African Americans in Montgomery. Am I saying that right? African Americans? Please, ladies. Stop going to Starbucks, though. Just because there's a lot of African Americans in Montgomery, that don't mean you take your book bag and post up in Starbucks. Man, Starbucks is too small to be going doing your homework, man. So I suggest to y'all, even white people, if you have a desk at home, go home and do your homework. Don't post up at Starbucks because you're wasting their time and their tables. They trying to sell mocha latte. They need people to come in to glance at the newspaper, buy a mocha, and let somebody else sit down. You ain't supposed to bring all your books and all your research to no Starbucks, and you're going to buy one latte. If you're going to sit down, you need to buy back-to-back lattes. You got to pay for that chair you sitting down there. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no auditions for Who's Got Talent. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no audition to see who look like they steadying. You can't go to Starbucks and act like you really in there doing research. You can't do no research with that much caffeine in the air, man. Come on. The light ain't bright enough for you to do research. They have those lights low enough for you to lay back like you in the club, man. You ain't supposed to be in there acting like you steadying. Don't you hate that, lady, when people be putting on them airs? I hate when they do that, lady. All that space you got out there in Rolling Hills. You got a 5-bedroom, 3.5 bath, and you got a guest room. You got a study room and an entertainment room, and you're going to go in that little bitty place like you there to actually study for a test. You got to be ashamed of yourself. I'm not trying to tell you. You should be ashamed. You should tell people that you're lonely and you're looking for somebody. They need to start making T-shirts to say it, instead of you sitting up there waiting to see if somebody going to approach you. You know what I mean? Come on. How you gonna get somebody to approach you and you look like you busy? If you want somebody to talk to you or to approach you and compliment you, don't look like you too busy to be talked to. Don't make it look like you too tied up to do anything, because they're not gonna say nothing to you. And then if they do, don't sit up there and act like you don't have time when you're really there to meet somebody. How you gonna put yourself in a position to be introduced to yourself and meet somebody that's available to tell you that you look nice? Hey, how are you? My name is. Don't be sitting up there saying, don't you see I'm studying? Why would you even give them a difficult time? Why? I mean, you just told your girlfriend when you left that you was going to Starbucks to see if you can catch a date. And then you're going to get in there and give that man a tough time when he finally find the courage to ask you your name and stuff. You're going to tell a man that you don't do Facebook. What kind of crap is that, lady? You don't do Facebook. You don't do Snapchat. Well, what the heck do you do then? You don't do the internet. You don't talk on the phone. No, man. I'm trying to tell you, lady. I need these people to get out here and teach your children etiquette, lady. Teach them communication skills. I think Montgomery Public School System, they need to have a communication class, mandatory. They need to do it on every level. Teach people how to communicate with other people. Stop telling people you don't do Facebook, because you need to. You need to do something. This is the information age. You need to do the internet. There ain't no way out of it. How are people going to talk to you? How are they going to communicate with you? You don't give out your phone number. You don't Facebook. Well, what the heck do you do then? Hey, you out here where people meet up. You out here where people communicate and talk to each other. People network out here. Why you got them doing what you're doing? You posting up. You wasting people's time. You're doing a sit-in. That's what you're doing. You're doing a sit-in, lady. But nevertheless, lady, I tell you, please teach your children how to communicate, because they could be losing, what they call the career, lady. They dream, they career job. They could be missing out on it trying to be snooty, lady. Trying to be snooty and conceited, that could be their connection to their dream job, and they up there telling you, I don't Facebook, I don't talk to people that look like you, stuff like that, and they wonder why they still in Montgomery, and they wonder why they still in Montgomery. Hey, I tell you, I know they say there's a lot of white people watching BET tonight. Let's pray for them, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why is that many people watching BET. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you why I'm really confused with white people today. It's because they still talking about Friday, ladies. Ladies and gentlemen, come on now. People know you. I'm going to tell you, you're trying too hard to be Ebony Friday's friend. He don't even want to be your friend. You know what I'm saying? He don't, ladies. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you, ladies. If people don't want to be your friend, don't try to impress them, because it's only gonna make them. It's only gonna tell people that, see, I told you. Don't try to be people's friend that don't want to be your friend. And guess what? I'm gonna write a book about that, and I'm gonna tell you why you shouldn't. Don't try to impress people that don't want you to impress them, because it's gonna make them think that you're less attractive than yesterday. If you see somebody and you tell them, hey, I think you're nice, I like you, I want to talk to you. If they tell you don't want to talk to you, don't keep trying to impress them. You know? Just find a way to leave them alone. You have to find a way to leave them. You know? Because you ain't going to do nothing but mess it up. You know? You're going to make them think you uglier and uglier by the day. You know? If they tell you they don't want to be bothered with you, just leave them alone. You got to find something else. I know you got to balance that out some kind of way. You got to find a creative way to get past your emotions. You don't even know them, but some reason you have crushes on people. I don't get it. How can you have a crush on somebody and you don't even know them? You know what I'm saying? There got to be something else going on with you. It got to be a lack of home training. You know what I'm saying? Your daddy wasn't there. Your mama didn't show you enough affection, because you meet people, you know, at first glance, and you telling them that you in love with them, that you got a crush on them. You know, that just ain't right, lady. And not only you telling them, you're panting and telling them don't go and all that, and you don't even know them. I tell you, and if they tell you they don't like you, you have to find out a creative, non-violent way to get past it and to not look in their direction no more. Don't turn into a stalker, lady. Please don't. Ooh, don't turn into a stalker. You know what I mean? You know Victor Newman don't like you. You know what I'm saying? You know that man don't like you. You know, as young as you are and as old as you are, that man 80 years old, lady. That man has slept with every woman in the United States that watched Young and the Restless. He done slept with them. All of them. Days of Our Lives, Young and the Restless, another. He done slept with all of them, lady. Every woman that watched it, he done had a relationship with them. You know what I'm saying? But you just a spring chicken, and you talking about you got to talk to him. Why? Why do you got to talk to him? I'm saying, why? I'm talking about if you was my child, babe, I had to put you in retract. I had to put you in timeout. I had to teach you a whole nother lesson. You know what I'm saying? You know, I was telling Michelle Obama was talking about she had a crush on Michael Jackson when she was 7. 7? The lady said, how did she even remember that she had a real adult crush on somebody at 7 years? I was like, man, you shouldn't tell nobody that. And guess who she told? Ellen DeGeneres. She was on Ellen's show saying that. Ladies and gentlemen, that don't even sound right. But I tell you, I tell you, it's bad enough you have children and you don't know how to rear them and stuff like that. It's bad. That's a bad situation to be in. That you let your children actually rear themselves. That's a tough situation. Because when a conflict arises, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you let them do it, you know what I'm saying? You don't tell them the right and wrong, they telling you, you know what I'm saying? Some of them ain't even really, they ain't adults yet. They telling you how they gonna solve the problem. And you the adult, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how you got in that situation, but it's bad though. That your children, they don't take any advice, that they run over you. They tell you to shut up. They tell you to get out of their room. They take your keys and hide them from you. They take your debit card and hide it from you. And guess what you do? You take your anger out on your good child. You know what I'm saying? You got one good child out of your 4 children. You got one good child. And that one good child, you take all your anger out on the good child. The good child that don't talk back, that don't run over you, because of the other 3 running all over you. You don't say nothing to them. You know what I'm saying? You don't say nothing to the ones that's running over you. But you do have a child that have common sense, though. And it's sad, but it's true, though. You know, sad situation. And you see that individual depleting, onset dementia. It's really coming on in. They sliding into home base. They slide into that dugout because that dementia is, oh baby, it's unraveling. That dementia, that Alzheimer's, you can, ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you that thing is visible as the sunshine, when somebody start losing their memory and their common sense, because them young folks running over them, they tearing them up. Ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you them kids crafty as hell, and they know how to get you, ladies and gentlemen, because they know you can't whoop them. You can't whoop nobody else's child, man. You go to prison. You know what I'm saying? Oh, guess what they do? They found out a way to drag you all the way down. You know what I'm saying? And they doing it too. You can't do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? You can't even discipline your own children. How you gonna go around somebody else's children and tell them how it go? You can't, lady. That's why the state came in and they took your children from you. They took all your Montgomery school children from you. They did, man. They just did. They came in and they said, look, you guys don't know what the heck you're doing. Man. Sit back and watch the state do it, if that make any sense to you. And the state, you know how they handle business? We'll get around to it when we have time. We need a Coke machine. We need a snack machine. We need desks. We need books. We need principals. We need teachers. And you know what the state solution is? When we get some funds appropriated for it, probably in the next 5 or 10 years, we'll put it on a list of things to do. But until then, ride the bench. Now I tell you, enjoy the bench that you're sitting on. You know what I'm saying? And that's how they do it, like, you know what I'm saying?